who are on YouTube, be sure to click the link down below or type into your browser amazon.com/shop/the life of Olivia Ritt. Alright, now today I'm going to show you what I use to film my videos. One of the things I use is this 360 camera, which is great for traveling because you could be pointing in one area, but the camera will will record your whole surroundings. And so say you weren't focused on something that somebody did, well, in editing, most likely this camera picked it up. But the thing with this camera, you need a mini SD card. Now this is a regular SD card, but I have linked in my Amazon in the technology essential list mini SD cards that will go with this camera. And as you can see, I have a DJI Ronin stand here. Now this is not for phones, this is for cameras to help keep it stable, to have the video recording be extremely smooth. And it does make a difference versus when you're just holding a camera regularly. And it's simple to operate. You may have to watch a video on how to assemble it, but once you start using it, you'll become a pro. It's that simple. Now we'll just put it off to the side. Now another product I have of DJI is this phone stand. Now it's like a tripod. You just put your phone right there and you'll turn it on by turning on the power button. And then you would click it twice once your phone is in. Right now there is no phone, so it won't do it. But you could have it vertically or horizontal to record your phone. And you could probably connect it to your Bluetooth. So it could connect to your phone to press record because there's a record button, or you could just physically tap on your phone. And here it will tell you if it's fully charged. If I turn it on one more time, as you can see, it's flashing on the fourth one, meaning it has the most battery right now. Now, if it starts flashing, oh, that's flashing on the green. There's 3 white lights. Once it turns into 2 white lights, I suggest charging it when you could, because once it gets to the last white light, it's on very low battery, so it's better to charge it at that point. Another thing to help with charging, because I've listed a few camera products, GoPros, phone products, something I help with charging, especially when you're traveling, because I recently went to a hotel where it had 3 outlets, but only 1 was working, so I have added an extension cord where I believe it has 10 outlets. Some of them you'll need a wall plug, which I've also linked in the list. And then some of it you just need the USB end of a charger. Now, something that may need a charger is your Sony camera. Now I have the Alpha 6100. I have it with the camera bag. I also have batteries, which I've added the battery charger and extra batteries if you just want to purchase a battery, which I highly suggest because in my opinion, even when you just have one camera, it's easier to film. It makes it much more simpler when you have full charge batteries, multiples, so then when you're on a day out, you know you have a lot of battery life, so it doesn't matter how long you're filming, you can film as much as you want, and when one battery becomes really low, you could just switch it. And this is a nice size because this battery charger and the batteries fits nicely on top of my camera in the camera bag, or say my camera is slightly bigger, I have something else in the camera bag, I can add it to the front pocket, and it's a great size because it fits. Yes, so your camera bag may look a little bulky when you add it to the front, but it fits. You could have it as a carry-on inside a backpack or just a carry-on on a plane. I've had it at the bottom of a backpack with lighter stuff on top of the camera bag, and it was very comfortable to wear even in a backpack. Now, this is the charger connection cord for the actual charger here. This is what the camera looks like. Now, say you need a light for your camera. Well, you don't have to look very far, because if you just scroll down on my electronic list, you'll find a light that could go on top of your Sony camera. Or you could also use this light for your GoPro or other cameras that you have. Or if you like, you could even just hold it up with your phone, if you're recording on your phone, or just set it aside. And look, it does have a dial, so you could change the dim of the light. As you can see, the light on my hand. So like, this is extremely the highest brightness, and then I'm slowly moving the dial. And there you go. And to turn on the camera, you just flip this, and now it's on. Sometimes it will ask you what language you want. English. You can set your time, area, and date on the camera. Right now I will not. And look, the lens have zoomed out, and you could take off the lens. Another thing with this camera case, you could just put the lens inside or in your pocket. And now we are ready to record, as you can see. Now, taking a photo, you do it right where you turn on the camera, turn on and off. But recording, you're going to press this red dot button. And hold on, I'm just going to close the door real quick. All right, I'm back. And then there's other settings you could do on this camera, but I am not going to show you right now because we have other products to discuss. So the lights, the Sony camera, Sony charger, and additional batteries are listed. Also, the SD card that is necessary for the camera. Now, this is not a mini, it's a regular size SD. I've linked in the Amazon storefront the 256, gigabytes on my Amazon storefront. The reason why I suggest that size is because then you don't have to switch the SD card as often. Say you're recording for a long period of time, or you won't be able to transfer the footage in a certain amount of time, then you could still record a decent amount or even take photos. Now, because I've mentioned the SD cards a few times, you might want to buy the SD case holder, which will hold a regular size SD card and the mini SD cards. And I believe the one that I've linked, let me see right here as I have my laptop on the side. Let me see. Oh, where did it go? Just give me a few moments. All right, here we go. So the one I have linked in the Amazon storefront will hold 36 SD cards. And I think that's a good size for starting out. Even if you have less than that, it's still fine, because when you add more SD cards, then you don't have to buy another memory case. because you don't have to use all 36, but it's a good size to have to begin with, because then when you add more, you could just put it in the same SD card case and you don't have to get another one. But a reason why you may need a mini SD card is, say you want to record videos in your car. Well, this camera, this Vantrue, I have number 2 Pro, but I've also linked the recent version of N4 if you would like to use that as well. Now, this it has a suction cup which you'll place on your window shield, and then you'll just turn to tighten. Now, if it's a hot day outside, this may fall off of your window shield over time, but because of the suction, it's very easy to assemble in the car even when it falls off. Say you're the driver, then ask the person in the passenger seat to just put it back on the window shield, then tighten, and just ask them to level out the camera, and it's that simple. There's a wire that comes with it that you will have to plug into your car, because this camera you do not charge, but it needs your car battery, not car battery, but the electricity from the car to power this camera. And before you place it in your car, you do have to format it. So if you would like a video for that, please let me know in the comments below. But where you put the SD card, hold on, because I don't take it out that often. And that's another reason why I linked the 256 memory card, is because when you put a memory card in this camera, you don't want to change it as often depending on how you set the camera. Because I have it, currently my setup is it takes 5-minute videos when the car is turned on. Hold on, where did the SD card placement go? Give me a few seconds here. Oh, I know why it's giving me why I can't find it. It's because there's currently not an SD in here. But see, let's see. All right, so you see the True Van's name. All the way to the left, you'll open up this flap where you can make connections, and then right there's your SD card holder for this camera. And yeah. And then once you have it formatted, you only have to format it that once. And then you just have to make sure you clear it, the SD card, once it's full, or once you're done transferring the footage to either your laptop or computer or whatever device you're using for the footage and what you're going to be recording on. Make sure just to clear the footage off of the memory card, but then also on the camera. So yeah. And another item you need a mini SD card is for a GoPro. Now I've linked this, I've talked about this in other videos, other live streams. This is the GoPro Hero Black 12 Black. And this is one of the handles that is also a tripod. We have the microphone, we have the case on it, also have a light, and I bought it. What I have linked as well in the Amazon is the whole set for if you want to start with everything and you don't have to buy all the accessories separately. I just place a set and it would come in a box like this, and it's great because then you have a place to store everything. And look, I even store some SD cards that I use for the GoPro in here. Here's the light I was talking about. some of the mounts you may use on like helmets, or say you want to mount it to a wall or to a smooth surface. This is a head mount. And then I also have a chest strap. That's, say, if you're going skiing or you're doing some type of activity that you want to have the GoPro on your chest, you could do it right. You could easily do it with this. Now, we're talking a lot about SD card files and memory. Something you may want to make an investment on is, what is this? Memory storage place. Hard drive. That's what it is. A hard drive. Now, let me see. These are about the same size. I've linked a 2 terabyte and also a 5 terabyte. The reason for that is because, let me see which one I have right here. Okay. The reason why I like these is because sometimes you don't want to have all your footage on one device, especially when you're done editing and you no longer at that moment need the footage, but you want to save it. You could easily attach this hard drive either to your MacBook, or if you're attaching it to a place where it has an USB, it comes with both of the cables. As you can see, this one is for an Apple product, like a MacBook Pro or Air. So both of the ends are the USB-C, so that's the orange one cable, and then the black cable has the USB-C, but then also USB to attach to a USB port. And this one requires no formatting. It's just basically dragging your data onto this hard drive. But something I would suggest is having folders on the hard drive to make it simple to find your footage. And then I not only have one for filming, but I also have one for educational purposes, or say you have a business, then you can have one for your business and then one for simply filming. And it just helps organize and clears up the memory space on your laptop or computer. Now, sometimes when you're transferring footage to your laptop from a SD card, say you're using an Apple product. A lot of Apple products now require this C port, the C connection. And sometimes they may not have SD card readers. So I've linked a memory card reader, but as you can see, it's a USB connector. So another thing I've linked is an adapter to an Apple MacBook where it has the USB connection, but it could also, on the other end, it could very easily connect to your laptop. And then there's also other ones, so say if you want to charge your phone, you could as well. And then this memory card reader has the regular size SD, but then also the mini. So you only need one, but you could also get a few more, say if you want to look at a few SD cards at the same time. Now, going on with adapters to Apple products. Sometimes the microphones you purchase have a regular headphone connection. So we have this microphone, but the connection will not connect to an Apple iPhone. So I've added this adapter, which has your headphone connection, and then you can connect your phone on this end. So that's on my Amazon page. Another thing is we're talking about a lot of devices and charging. So you may want to invest in a portable charger. And this one has USB connections. And then you have to make sure to charge it yourself, so the charger is on one of the sides. And you just turn on the power button. And as you can see, this one's fully charged as all four are lit up. It just turned off because we're currently not using it. And another thing with video making, say you want to do a voiceover. Well then, you would need some type of microphone, because a microphone on a laptop or on a phone, well, it could pick up other things. So if you just wanted to focus on your voice, I've also linked this Samsung microphone with the stand, and it will come with this wire, which this one will connect to the end of your microphone. Make sure to have it turned on. Connect this to your adapter, and then just simply connect it to your computer. And then before you start recording, make sure that your laptop has it where it'll pick up this microphone versus your camera versus the microphone built into your laptop. And then you just double check one more time to make sure your microphone is on, because if it's switched off, even if you have it selected for this Samsung microphone, it won't pick up anything unless the microphone is turned on and you just talk at a decent distance. Look, I'm not that close, and it picks up my voice extremely nice and loud at a good volume. And if you come closer, it'll be even louder. But just be aware that, say, if you smack your lips, it may pick that up. So be sure to listen to your recording before you add it to your video. All right. One thing I did not mention when talking about the Sony camera is a stand for it. So I've also linked this as well. It's a Joy stand, and it's very simple to use. You twist your camera to the top here, and then you could adjust the angle of your camera to however you want your camera to look like. And then these, you can even have them straight, or say you're on a surface where it's not the smoothest, well then you could like bend one of the legs of the stand and just adjust it to have it where your camera is filming exactly what you want or taking a photo of exactly what you need. All right, I'm looking around on my table. It looks like that is everything that I have on here to share with you today. I see some people have commented. Thank you so much for the comments. And if you have any questions, be sure to go over to my YouTube channel to comment your questions on this video on the necessary filming and editing items. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.